human being. The Igbo man, how many hearts does he have? One heart. Does the heart speak Igbo? When the Igbo man falls sick and goes to the hospital, and Dr. Uchende, any doctor, puts his stethoscope and is beating it. So what you'll be hearing is, Ewo, Anwomo, Anwomo, Anwomo. Is that what the heart is beating? When a Yoruba man falls sick and goes to the hospital and the doctor puts the stethoscope, want to measure the heartbeat. So what is hearing? How do Yoruba people cry, I don't die? Huh? Guinea. Mogbeo, Mogbeo, Mogbeo. Is that what the doctor is hearing? The Hausa man goes to the hospital and they put stethoscope on his heart is beating. What is it? Why you Allah? Namutu, Namutu. Is it what he's hearing? That's why a Muslim doctor can treat a Christian patient. It's the same thing. How many livers does the Igbo man have? How many does the Hausa person have? How many does the Yoruba have? What is the color of the blood of black people? Red. What of white people? In the first month, one Olodo disgraced me in this parish. I asked what is the color of the blood of white black people, we say red. I said what of white people, we say white. Because by bias and prejudice, taking for granted that the black man is not intelligent, he can't invent. He can't invent phone, he can't invent electricity, he can't invent nothing. So what is making the white man able to invent things, to succeed in science and technology? Is it the color of their blood? What is it? Because they are white? What is it? It's an art. They learn the art. If the white man sits down and learns the art, he will replicate it. Governing Nigeria is not rocket science. The same thing that makes a man, here is what makes them over there. Blood type, the same thing. There is no special blood type for Igbos or Hausas or Yorubas or for the whites, for Christians or Muslims. There is no different genotype for you and for this other person. I know that Nigeria is not working. Anybody who says Nigeria is working now, the person must be a propagandist. Or we know we have issues in Nigeria. But listen, if you think that division is what will solve Nigeria's problem, you have to think again. You are probably thinking that conflicts, the disagreements we have in Nigeria is because we are different. And then for you, the cause of conflict is difference. You are confusing correlationality with causality. That things are correlated does not mean they are caused. That Igbo man is predominant in business does not mean it is because of his Igbo nature that he succeeds in business. It is correlational. It does not mean causality. Conflicts are not caused by differences. What causes conflict is human nature. Anywhere there are human beings, there must be what? Conflicts. I have no problem with those who want to separate. Those who are calling Oduduwa Republic, Biafra Republic, Hausa Fulani, have they chosen their own? Middle Belt, have people chosen your own? What is the name of those republic? I have not seen. In this world, people have the right of self-determination and agitation. Yes. People should be given, as long as they are doing it within respect of the rule of law. But listen, if you think that the problems of conflict will stop when we go our separate ways, think again. Even with them, within the same homogeneous group in tribe, there are still biases, prejudices, and conflicts. Are you aware that there are some Anambra ladies who have been told that Imo men do not take care of their wives? So they will tell you, I will never marry from Imo State. True of us. Is that not prejudice? Is that not bias? Because it's among Igbos, it's no longer bias. That is bias. Imo people, when I was growing up, the bias or the prejudice I was giving is that Anambra people do not go to school. And then Batiliju came and worsened it. Is it true Anambra people do not go to school? Go and check the statistics. These particular people, our people will not mind them because they are like this. That's prejudice. The cause of conflict is not differences. It's human nature. James chapter 4. Where do all these problems arise from? It says from the desires fighting inside. So if we don't have a good mechanism for resolving conflicts, Don't ever think that when you are homogeneous, it will end. After all, even brothers and sisters disagree. But the main point I'm saying is that you can do it. If another person can do it, you can do what? You can do it. And first thing is say God has no favorites. So God has not decided to favor a particular set of people and decided to forget others. No. If others can do it, you can do it. Paul says, I can do all things by the power of Christ who strengthens me. Don't let people's stereotypes and bias. Don't